Hector Elizondo, he was in Pretty Woman, right? He's like as the store manager or whatever.
Oh, yeah, at the hotel.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, the holiday weekend is a huge weekend for movie theaters because people have time off and will head to the show, as we used to say when I was a kid. Even on Christmas Day, a bunch of new options are hitting screens starting today. So let's bring in movie reviewer Greg Russell for a special Wednesday edition of Real Talk. Hey, Greg.
Hey, Jason. Yeah, let's go to the show and check some stuff out.
Yeah, it's so funny. I don't know what point I stopped saying go to the show, but when I was a kid in our house, that's what we would say, go to the show.
Right.
All right, so we've got Matrix Resurrections. The fan base for this is going to be flocking to theaters this weekend. There was, Matrix Reloaded, and then the third one, and now this one. I'm hearing through a friend of mine that this one might be more like Reloaded, the second Matrix movie.
Yeah, it's kind of like showing all the different things that are going on with them now in regards to Neo, what's happening in his life. And it's got a whole lot of things. I mean, even like with Jada Pinkett's character in the movie, I didn't recognize her for the first 20 minutes because she's made up to be much, much older, than what she is. But it's all about Neo trying to figure out, they want to bring the game back, and what's he going to do about it? So I got to talk to some of the cast members, and here's what they're saying. And I dare say, Yaya, there's action really basically from the very start all the way to the very end.
Yeah.
Would you go along with that?
Yeah. I mean, it's an exciting ride. There's action. There's some comedy sprinkled in there. There's a great epic love story, and that arc. So it's one that's definitely I think an exhilarating experience from the beginning to the end for sure. The stakes just keep on getting higher and higher.
Oh, that's for sure. And Jonathan, I mean, perfect Christmas present, don't you think?
To go see The Matrix?
Yeah.
Absolutely. I mean, it's kind of something you can see with your friends, you can see on a date, you can see with your family, and it's just a phenomenal movie.
Boom, it's super cool to be a part of it and to actually be part of a legacy movie like this that has, it's transcended genders, it's transcended time, it's transcended generations. People love the movie, and I'm just really happy to be part of it.
Okay, so for my money, the original Matrix, obvious, that's the thing that started it all. I thought
Right.
Reloaded, the second one, is the best one of the lot. Revolutions, the third one, I thought was terrible. Where does this one fit?
Kind of like in between 2 and 3. It's got a lot of stuff going on, and honestly, if you haven't seen the others, you're really not going to know what's happening, in a lot of places. So even that's why I give this one like a 3.5.
Ooh.
Where, yeah, it's one of those where there's one guy who knew every movie, who saw it with us. He was in love. But then a lot of the other folks were like going, I couldn't follow along because it was just moving all over the place. But the best part is you can either see it at the theater or on HBO Max. So there's your choice.
How is it for mumbo jumbo, like the whole, you remember the architect's speech in the second one where he's talking about how many Neos that there's been and the simulations and everything? And is there any mumbo jumbo like that, or is it all just pure action?
Pure action. I'm trying to think if they even used that line. I don't think they even used it. But yeah, just a lot of action going on throughout the whole movie. Like we said, from beginning all the way to end.
I mean, for you to come up short with just 3.5, that says something. Okay, next up, an ensemble cast of voices back together again for Sing 2. Another chance for us to hear Scarlett Johansson and Reese Witherspoon belt out pop hits.
It's a fun movie. It's all about this group. As you know, they've got their group. They want to go out and make music and get on shows. So they're all set to do this one show. But then all of a sudden, this bad animal decides to knock them down. Well, it doesn't stop them. They figure out a way to get in on the show. I mean, it's almost like Mickey Rooney and Judy Garland, back in the 30s and 40s. But it's a fun ride, and people just sing along with it. I got to talk to Nick Kroll about Sing 2, and here's what we had to talk about.
Here you go. You're all set. Everybody's prepared. The next thing you know, here comes the wolf who just wants to tear everything up and doesn't want you guys to do your show.
Yeah, there's that's sort of the fun of show business, and the hard part is, you get ready and then there's someone who can tell you no, and it's deflating. It's never a great idea to microwave a balloon, and I think that a friend of mine, Jimmy, said that once, and it stuck with me because I think in this film there's a lot of people telling them no, and I think the beauty of being artist is and a performer is that you have to trust that you have a fun, interesting story to tell, and the beauty of this group, this cast of characters, is they don't stop, and they really continue, or some of them want to stop, but the beauty of working with a group is that someone tries to keep the ball in the air, and in this case a balloon, and it allows them to keep after their dream.
Okay, some references in there to Jimmy Fallon that he slipped in. The first one was a big success. I thought it was a hoot. Is this one just as good?
I think you're going to be hooting away with this one as well. Yeah, it is. It's a lot of fun. I know you'll enjoy it. Daughter will enjoy it. So, yep. So 4.5 for this one.
Next up, we talked to Dennis Quaid earlier this week, and this movie. Tell us about American Underdog.
Well, it's the story about Kurt Warner, as you all know, the guy who was the quarterback of the St. Louis Rams at the time, who took him to the Super Bowl. All about his story of starting out working in a grocery store, also, playing in the Arena League. And the thing is, we had all heard those stories, and Jason, as you know, it almost sounded like he did all those things for 1 week, and then a week later, boom, he's in the NFL. But no, it took a while for him to get there. It is a very moving story. Zachary Levi, who plays him in the film, looks just like him, and really he helps to get your emotions going. Like I said, there's Dennis Quaid, also in the movie, who you talked to the other day. And so, yeah, it's an enjoyable movie and very heart-moving. Well, you got to talk to Dennis about, this film. I got to talk to Kurt Warner about the possible sequel, and here's what he has.
The directors and I were talking about the sequel. Kurt comes out of retirement to play for the Detroit Lions, to take us to the promised land, or at least the first round of the playoff.
I've done some impossible things, but by sports, standards in the past. I'm not sure that's even possible, Greg. No, I'm only kidding. I'm only kidding to all the Detroit Lion fans out there. I hope they have their moment soon.
Okay. Yes, I've done some impossible things, but I can't do that. I think he was talking about himself, not the Lions.
Oh, okay. I was
all right.
all right.
So is this, now he's well known for being a big name Christian. Does this come from a Christian movie studio?
It doesn't, but it does have a faith-based thing going. I mean, it's not, when I say overtly, religious like that. But yeah, it does have, its moments in there, and yeah, it does. It gets you moving. It really does.
So how many reels?
Definite 4. I mean, it's a good one, especially for this time of the year, and also for people who feel that they're under the thumb of something and can't get out from under it. This will show you, yeah, you can.
Yeah, the game footage looked pretty impressive there. I mean, were they mixing actual game footage with? Okay, I got you. All right, that makes sense.
Yep.
All right, now to a prequel that's out today. You like this franchise, the Kingsman. What is? And this is part of the Kingsman series, yes?
Right. This is the Kingsman. I can't wait to see this one, truthfully. And it's kind of like you said, the prequel about how the group got started over in London. As you know, throughout watching the other 2 movies, it's all about these guys who are like super sleuths, almost like, a band of James Bonds. We're going to find out which guy and starts it and how he got it going. And it looks interesting, as you can see right here. I mean, like all other movies, a lot of action going on. And also just to find out how it got its start. This will probably be a perfect one to sit down and have, a nice lemonade, shaken, not stirred, at the car bar and enjoy.
Finally, a new movie on Netflix starring Olivia Colman and Dakota Johnson. What's this?
It's called The Lost Daughter. Maggie Gyllenhaal, this is her directorial debut. And it's all about the 2 women, like you said, played by Olivia and Dakota, who meet each other on vacation. Didn't know each other, but as it turns out, their lives are somewhat on a similar path. Just with, like we always say, people can look at you on the outside and think, oh, you've got the, greatest life. But once, you get behind closed doors, you're like going, they don't really know anything about me. But got to talk to Maggie and the cast members about it. Here we go.
Talk a little bit about what got you wanting to do this movie, as kind of like your first project.
Actually, because it was so bold in how truthful it is. I think we've made an agreement as a culture not to talk about all sorts of aspects of our experience. I think especially as women, and Ferrante broke the agreement, and she went into the edges of our experience.
Dealing with something that's happened in the past, sometimes you need to go, it's okay. I can I can learn from it and I can be better and I can help other people and I can forgive myself. And I think that's what happens for Leda.
It's hard, with movies when you keep seeing things that are so unrealistic, and it's like this striving to be this perfect mother or woman or wife or whatever. And it's just not true. And the reality is that being flawed is being perfect. That is what's real. So that this movie is more about like the real experience of women and motherhood, and that it's okay to be complicated about it.
Okay, how many reels for The Lost Daughter?
For this one's already getting, nomination nods, and also people looking at it to get a lot of awards during the upcoming award season. So, yeah, good movie. It's definitely geared towards women. So I'll let you know that. But yeah, very well acted and an interesting story, especially when you get to the end.
Yeah, and after seeing all your reel ratings, I go back to Matrix 3.5. It seems like damning with faint praise, but. All right.
Like I said, if you haven't seen the others and don't know them, you probably won't, be able to follow along.
Where can people see more of your interviews?
Go to movieshowplus.com. You can see all the complete interviews. Plus, we have interviews from the past, giveaways for you, including movie passes. So, yeah, go to movieshowplus.com and check us out there.
All right, Greg, are you missing the candy canes?
I am, but I do have my favorite ornament right here, which you probably would have expected anyway.
Is that the Beatles? It was the Beatles.
Yeah,
That's cool.
That goes on the tree?
It's kind of like with what you guys had said before. No, it's on a shelf on the top where nobody can really touch it.
On the mantle. On the mantle up by the stockings.
As
All right.
it should be. As it should be.
Okay, so thanks, Greg. Good to see you. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year.
Thank you, and Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to you, Tati, and all the other Live and Lady family members and all the viewers. Thanks so much for everything.